Hey JMU fans, I'm Matt O'Toole here with senior forward on the Duke soccer team, Pat Ennis. JMU will play its final home game of the three-game home stretch this afternoon against the Villanova Wildcats on Parents Weekend. With their loss last night to Radford, the Dukes have now lost 10 straight, something they haven't done in over a decade. Now, what would you say is the greatest accomplishment you've had here as part of the JMU football team? JMU trailed 3-1 before taking the final 3 points, defeating the Liberty Flames 4-3 and ending their 10-game winning streak.
For the first time in 3 seasons, the JMU Diamond Dukes will have a new look behind the dish. With standout Jake Lowry moving on to the Cleveland Indians organization, JMU turns to junior Bradley Shaban, who asked for the opportunity at a needed position.
I'm not really trying to fill in Jake's shoes. I'm just trying to help where I can. Jake's obviously had a career year last year, set plenty of records. So it's my first time catching my whole life. I'm just trying to do the best I can and help this team. So.
As Shaban learns the new position, he stays in touch with Lowry and knows it's a lot more difficult than his old position at second base.
Probably the biggest thing was just always blocking the ball up. I mean, it doesn't matter how you get it done, just getting it done and working hard day in and day out. You just told me how much of a grind it is.
With DJ Brown out for the season with an arm injury, preseason All-American Sean Tierney will look to lead a deep pitching staff that has experience and firepower.
We got a lot of great arms, young arms coming in this year that came in this year, and I think that they're going to produce, and I think that we had a young arm, Howerton, who went down last year that could have helped us a lot, and he's back, and I just think that overall we have more depth than we did last year and a greater number of pitchers.
What have you noticed has been the biggest difference, especially being a linebacker in such a vital part of the 4-3 defense? Located at the corner of Port and Neff, it's a $30 million project scheduled to be finished in July of 2012. And statistically wise, 48% of their rushing attack comes from freshmen, and all of their rushing touchdowns, 4 so far this season, have come from the freshmen. Senior guard Kirby Burkholder used a career day to lead the Dukes, scoring a career-high 26 points, including a perfect 10 for 10 from the charity stripe. It's senior day here at Bridgeforth Stadium as the JMU Dukes host the Rhode Island Rams, looking to snap their 2-game skid. Tonight at 7 p.m. over at the JMU Soccer Complex. For JMView, I'm Matt O'Toole.
There are more than 450 student athletes here at James Madison University, and they are all diverse because of what they do. One way to see how they are diverse is by looking at their weekly schedules. On top of taking 12 to 18 credit hours, they also have to fit in practices, weight training, games, and much more, which surpasses the weekly schedule of the average JMU student. Diversity can also be found within a group of student athletes as well, because each athlete plays a specific sport, has a specific schedule, and has a personal identity to that label. But as JMU's athletics motto advocates, they are all together one as a Duke within JMU athletics, no matter how different they may be.
Good afternoon, Duke fans. I'm Matt O'Toole with your Dukes News. The JMU women's basketball team needed overtime on Sunday to defeat Wake Forest 84-76 in the second round of the women's NIT. Senior guard Kirby Burkholder used a career day to lead the Dukes, scoring a career-high 26 points, including a perfect 10 for 10 from the charity stripe. JMU moves on to the third round, where they will face the South Florida Bulls Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Convocation Center. The JMU football team ended its home schedule this past weekend, defeating Rhode Island 31-13. Daquan Scott was a force on the ground, tallying 127 yards on 13 carries and 2 scores. JMU compiled 340 yards of offense, with 241 of them coming on the ground. The Dukes improved to 6-4 on the season and will need a win next weekend at UMass to be in play for a berth for the FCS playoffs.